What's up, everybody, and welcome into another exclusive interview presented by Garnet Trust featuring Andrew Eyster of Gamecock Baseball. I'm Kendall Smith, and Andrew, I'm so excited to be joined by you today. You've had a great season so far, just a couple weeks in for Carolina baseball. So to kick things off, how have you been doing? How are you feeling just a couple weeks into the season?
Yeah, I'm doing well, and I'm feeling well too. I think as a team, we're feeling pretty good about ourselves right now. We got another game coming up on Tuesday. Get to play Charlotte. It's an awesome field, an awesome trip that we enjoy doing every year, and so hopefully we'll have a good game leading into this big weekend that everyone knows about and everyone's excited about. So we're all looking forward to it.
I love how you said this big weekend and you didn't mention the name of the team that you'll be playing. We call them the team from the upstate, the orange team, whatever Gamecock Central fans want to call them. That is who Carolina baseball is playing this weekend. And Andrew, you've had quite a past against the Clemson Tigers. I've wrote it all down because there's a lot to go over here. So in 2021, you had walk-off hits in back-to-back wins against Clemson. You had an RBI double in the Saturday game, an RBI single in the Sunday game. In 2020, you were given the Tom Price MVP award in the Clemson series after going 3 for 10 with 3 extra base hits. And then in 2019, you had 3 hits and drove in a pair at Carolina's Game 1 win against Clemson. So having these experiences in the past, how are you approaching this week playing that team from the upstate so that you can maybe have some similar success?
Yeah, it's all about carrying the momentum that we got and that I've got into this weekend. I've gotten off to a good start, and it's just something that I want to bring into this weekend as well. Got a lot of confidence right now, and that's something that's huge. And I don't know if there's a specific reason why I've done so well in this series in the past, but it's something that I'm proud of, and that I know means a lot to the fans and means a lot to the program, the community, and it's something that I'm looking forward to do it again this weekend. Absolutely.
I wish that I had like some wood around me to knock on it, since I just named all the great stats and yeah, like knock on wood there so that way it can continue into this weekend. But like you mentioned, it is such a big weekend and it means so much to so many people. So looking back on these few years that you've played against Clemson, what have been some of your favorite memories from the series?
Yeah, obviously last year was, nothing could beat that. That was so memorable. Just having that happen in back-to-back days, and just the odds of me getting in that situation back-to-back days, it's crazy. But it's I'd like to applaud. Brady Allen was on base for me both those times, so I like to applaud him and some other guys that allowed me to be in that position. But hopefully this year, it's not. Hopefully I don't get in that position. Hopefully we could have a little lead going into the ninth inning and not have to worry about that. That's a lot of stress.
Oh my goodness. I could not imagine. I remember I wasn't at either of those games because of COVID and all the craziness going on. They couldn't have a full stadium. So I saw it on Twitter and I was like, this cannot be real. Like, he did it 2 games in a row, and the odds of that happening are just so small. So hats off to you, and obviously giving credit to your teammates. A great teammate and Andrew Eyster right there. But playing a team like Clemson, do you feel like it's different this week? Is anything about the preparation different, or is it kind of same old like every other week?
I'd say the preparation's the same, but it's definitely a different feeling. It's got the feeling of the first truly, big series of the year. We still got 3 weeks until SEC play starts, but this is kind of the benchmark, I guess, and the start of the grind of the season. We got this, especially next weekend, the weekend after I'm in Texas. But it's just kind of a reminder to everyone about the history of this rivalry, and it's something that I've learned to appreciate. Because I wasn't involved in it before I got here. Being from Florida, I didn't know anything about it, and coming here now, I've really learned to appreciate the rivalry and know how much it means to people, and it's something that I look forward to every year.
Yeah, and I don't think a lot of people realize, but when you're growing up and you're playing baseball and you're playing travel baseball, you tend to play a lot of the people who you end up playing in college. So, with playing Clemson, do you know any of the players on the team? Is there a little banter between you and some of their players, or do you not really know any of them? It's like strictly business when you get out there and play.
Yeah, I don't really know a lot of the guys. There's one guy I played, Sam Hall. I played with him in a cave a couple summers ago. Other than that, though, I don't. It's different because a lot of these guys on our team who grew up around here and they're friends and buddies with a lot of those guys, and I just don't know them. I don't know many of them at all. So I'm sure I'll exchange some pleasantries with some guys that I've played against the last couple of years. But other than that, I don't have much of a connection or much of a relationship with any of those guys.
So, game one on Friday at home at Founders Park at 7 p.m. Is there a different energy? Is there a different atmosphere for you when playing Clemson at home?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially on Friday night, that's the game that they usually get the most attendance for, and for this series, I think it'll be a sold out crowd no matter what day we played here. I remember my first year we played here on Sunday at 1 or something, and it was a full house. But having that opening game here is awesome, and I'm really looking forward to having that. There might not be an empty seat in this place, and that's something that really helps us, gives us a lot of energy and a lot of brings a little more motion to it. But we hope to obviously we got Will on the mound, and he's our guy, and he's the guy we went out there in that first game, and so we're feeling good about our chances for sure.
And then on Saturday, playing at Seger Park here in Columbia, and Sunday, you're up in the upstate at Clemson, and you play in the outfield. So Clemson, if people don't know, they have kind of like a ramped up outfield stadium seating section. How is it playing in the outfield out there? Like, do you have heckling fans all the time when you're playing? Is it different than playing at other stadiums?
Yeah, I definitely, being right, I don't think I've ever played left at Clemson, but being in right, so left field is the student section, and I think that's where it's the worst, coming from all them students. But in right field, I'm not sure if it's like it seems like a organization or some special seating, but it's a bunch of older people, and they're drinking and cooking, and I'll hear some stuff. There's no doubt about that, but it's funny. You just gotta laugh about it, and if they get you, they say something good, you just gotta smile at them, and you can't get upset about it because it's gonna happen everywhere. But it's funny. I enjoy hearing it.
Yeah, and you know that Carolina fans are doing the same exact thing when they're sitting there along the line, and the outfielders right there, they're chirping at them the entire game. But I think it makes it fun. I mean, if you can handle it the way you're handling it, and it seems like you take it well, then use it as motivation the next time you're up at the plate or the next time it's hit to you out there and right. But last question about Clemson, then we'll get on a little bit more into this season so far. Obviously, it is probably one of the most major series, if not the most major series of the year for fans. I mean, they get so into it and so excited. So what kind of emotions do you associate with the series overall?
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of excitement, but like you said, it's mostly for the fans, but I'd also take a look at some guys, particularly the younger guys, because we got a handful of guys who grew up around this area, but particularly around Columbia. And I look at those guys, and they grew up here. They grew up Gamecock fans and grew up around this rivalry. And it's cool to see, how much it means to them. And, it's as well as everyone else who's around this community and grew up here. And that's something that's special to me, and it makes it more important for me. Like I said, it's something that I didn't grow up around, but it's something I really learned to appreciate and really love this rivalry and look forward to this weekend every year. And it's definitely something that I'll bring a little extra chip on my shoulder for.
Yeah, and you're going into this weekend pretty hot at the plate. So we got to talk about your stats so far into the season. We're 7 games in so far. South Carolina sitting at 6-1. You lead the team in batting average, RBIs, and home runs, currently batting .500, which is an unbelievable number. So what do you think the key to your success at the plate so far has been?
I think it's just been just being relaxed and trying to have fun and not doing too much. That's kind of been my mindset going into this year was, not worrying about what happened, like not worrying about the results. Just, I know that I'm prepared for every game, for every at bat, and just come out here and have fun playing and do what I can to drive in runs and help my team win. And I really think that calm, relaxed attitude and just that self-confidence has really helped. And it's something that I really don't feel like I've had at this level since I've been here. And that's probably the main thing I would contribute to my success so far.
You mentioned some of the younger players a little bit earlier. Through these first 7 games, have there been any younger players specifically that have stood out to you in terms of their performance so far?
Oh yeah, there's been a ton, and that's something that's important is getting these young guys, reps, especially early in the season, because we're going to need to rely on all of them at some point during the season, whether it's for a pinch hit or an inning of relief and whatnot. But a couple of guys that come to mind, one would be Aiden Hunter out of the pen. He might have the most innings out of the pen out of anyone so far, or at least close. And he's a guy that especially in the fall, like didn't really jump out at me that much, and I figured he might get a couple innings here and there, but he's really done a great job so far. Has shown a lot of confidence, and he's a guy that has just come out here and pounded the zone and has done what we've asked of him. And then you got guys like on the offensive side, you got obviously Michael Braswell. That's he's the first one that comes to mind, and I've talked about him in my post game interviews, and he's just got so much confidence and just brings a swagger and energy to our team that I think we need. And obviously all the fans have seen what he can do so far, and he's already pretty famous in this community so far. So him, and then you got guys like Cole Messina and Carson Hornung, who got their fair share of at-bats over the weekend. And those are guys that are going to play a huge role throughout the season too.
So we talked a lot about Clemson, but before you play Clemson, you've got a midweek game against App State. Like you said, it's up in Charlotte at Truist Field, which is where the Charlotte Knights play. They're the AAA affiliate for the Chicago White Sox. So playing App State this week and then playing Clemson, overall, as a whole for the team, what do you guys need to do to be successful this week and go 4-0?
Yeah, first of all, we got to take care of our game on Tuesday. We can't lose focus of that because of the weekend. So we just got to go out to Charlotte and take care of our business, and that's a fun game too. We're looking forward to. Like I said, that's a great place to play at, and having the skyline in the background, it's just a beautiful park. But we really, I'd say offensively, we just got to move runners and take advantage of situations that we're given. The main thing I think we could have done better so far this season is just leaving runners on base. Like, we've left too many guys on base. And there's been several games where we score, 6-7 runs where we should have scored 10, 11, 12 runs. And so we just really got to do a great job of timely hitting and situational hitting. And then, our pitchers just go out there and do what they've been doing, really. Especially our pen. We got Will going on Friday, and he's the guy that we want going out there. He's our bulldog, the dude that we have the most faith in. And then who knows how the other 2 days are gonna line up, but we need our bullpen to come out and really dominate like they did this weekend.
So Andrew, this last question is from Colin Taylor. So my apologies for the question. He specifically sent this to me and asked me to say it. He noticed that you legged out 2 infield hits. So he wants to know if you're going to rival Braswell and Wimmer for the stolen base crown this year.
Stolen base crown? Oh, God. I think he knows the answer to that. He doesn't need to answer that.
Yeah.
I will not be chasing the stolen base crown. I will put that out there now. My hope is to I'll try to get a handful of them. But no, I will not be at the top or near the top of stolen bases this year. You can put that in writing. I don't know. You can put that in writing. You can quote me on that because that will not happen. I would love to. I would love to try to steal every time I got on base, but I think it's being up to Coach Kai, Coach Kingston. They probably won't let me do that.
Listen, his question, not mine. He specifically texted me. He's like, "You've got to ask Andrew this question." I know he loves to poke fun at you guys, so y'all just keep making fun of his calves. Just keep giving him whatever heat you need to give him because Colin totally deserves it. But yeah, that's going to do it for today's exclusive interview with Garnet Trust. Andrew, thank you so much for joining me today. Love talking to you. I'm so excited for the midweek game, for the Clemson series. It's going to be great. And of course, we wish you the best of luck and hope that you have that continued success against Clemson this weekend.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. And it was great getting to talk to you today.
Yes, and if you haven't bought your tickets, anyone listening, be sure to buy your tickets. It's definitely going to sell out. 7 p.m. Founders Park on Friday, Segra Park on Saturday, and then if you want to make the trip to Clemson on Sunday, you might as well go to all 3 games and support the Gamecocks. So
absolutely. Can't wait to see you guys out there.
Yes. Bye, guys.